The Republican Party has perfected the art of projection. You know, they like to accuse others of doing a whole lot of things. They just pull it out of the air. Remember when they said the Clintons and Democrats were trading in kids or abusing kids and that sort of stuff. And they even got one of their sycophants to go to Washington and shoot up a place because he really believed what they were talking about. But instead, it is one of their representative gets who's really trafficking in teenage sex, or apparently so, or allegedly so, but there's good evidence towards it. They talk about family values, how they value families and etc. Their leader in chief, we have reports that he has paid for abortions for others, etc., etc. I mean, he's had so many different baby mamas, something that they don't associate with family values. They talk about supporting people, but the policies that they put out, that's one of the furthest things that it actually does. You know, when we have progressives and Democrats wanting policies that allow families to stay together by giving them child care, by giving them support so that they can be there for their kids, they don't want those policies. They want you to go out there and fend for yourself. Now they're talking about voter fraud, voter fraud. Well, you know, the only person convicted of voter fraud right now is somebody who voted for Donald Trump. Check this out. Pennsylvania man admits he voted for Trump with his dead mom's name. I listened too much to propaganda, he said. And this is a Washington Post article. Weeks before the election, Bruce Bartman mailed his mother's absentee ballot with a check mark next to President Donald Trump's name. The problem was his mother had been deceased since 2008. Bartman, 70, pleaded guilty on Friday to a charge of felony perjury and unlawful voting and blamed his decision to cast the fraudulent ballot on consuming too many false claims about the election. I was isolated last year in lockdown, Bartman said, while apologizing to the judge for his crime. The Associated Press reported, I listened to too much propaganda and made a stupid mistake. Samuel Streeton, Barton's attorney, added in court that his behavior was a very misguided political mistake and very stupid, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer. After sentencing him to 5 years probation, leaving him unable to vote for 4 years, Common Pleas Court Judge George A. Pagano noted that Bartman's crime goes to the heart of our democracy, according to the Inquirer, but also commended him for taking ownership. As Trump doubled down on his false claims of widespread voter fraud, especially in battleground states like Pennsylvania, Bartman's case is among the few proven instances of wrongdoing. Statewide investigations have debunked Trump's claim of broad wrongdoing and led to dozens of dismissed lawsuits. Prosecutors in half a dozen key swing states have only pursued charges in a handful of cases in addition to Barton's, the Washington Post recently reported. Now, at the end of the article, what does it say? In addition to Bartman, 2 other men in Pennsylvania face charges of fraudulently voting for Trump. So more cases are out there. But who is the fraud for? Donald Trump, according to the Inquirer. Ralph Thurman of Chester County allegedly tried to cast his son's vote, and Richard Lynn of Luzerne County allegedly attempted to obtain an absentee ballot for his deceased mother. Both cases are pending. So what is it called? Projection. The only fraud that we have right now in America is Donald Trump's fraud on America. Donald Trump's fraud on those who have put their belief, those who put their trust in a person that has no right to have the trust of any living soul on this planet. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.